What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Box Office Banter, your favorite podcast, or is it? I'm Brandon, that's Josh, that's Tyler, that mountain of a man sitting down there to the left, and there's Rodney, still not homeless. We're here to talk about Knives Out.
Dude, it's been a while. I feel like it's been
since you've watched this movie.
No, since we've
sat
been
here.
All been together.
That's because we've had so many random weeks off lately. It's just happened to COVID and whatever else happened. I went on vacation, and then it was just like a ripple effect of
I can't believe
nonsense.
you went on vacation. That's so fucking
It's
selfish.
very sad of me. And that was a while ago, too. That's just how long it's been happening. It seems like every other week.
Tyler's over there saying, I didn't know you went on vacation.
Where'd you go? I remember you saying it, but
This was
where'd you
a
go?
month or two ago. Went to Holiday World.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it's just been that up and down. That's why we've had to put a pause on a lot of the videos lately. But yeah, we're here to talk about Knives Out today.
The movie.
Do you enjoy it? Do you like it? I actually have not seen this movie in 8 months, so hopefully it's still fresh. I'm just going to keep it all the way real. And we didn't do our notes, obviously, or at least I didn't. Did y'all do the normal
I just
notes?
kind of wrote some shit down, just kind of.
Let's just
free
talk
flow
about
and
it.
talk
We're just
about
winging it.
Let's have a good time.
What do we... The cast is fucking absolutely
Yes.
stellar in
Yeah.
this movie. But did all of them live up to that stellarness?
I think so. I thought
Every single one of them. Even Catherine Langford, I think is her name, from 13 Reasons. I think that's her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's the daughter of Joni's daughter. And she's fucking...
I forgot
dude,
about that, actually.
She's so good, and why does she not have
More roles?
She's so fucking good, dude. James, you owe me a...
Oh,
Low
pack
job.
of cigarettes? I already gave you it. Right on cue.
So the cast is absolutely brilliant. You got Ryan Johnson, the director. However y'all feel about him,
bouncing back from, because was this
The
this
Jedi.
was like his next film after Jedi, I believe.
yeah, the
So
last
there was
Jedi.
some pressure on this because he's had some good ones. He's had some a little more indie underrated ones
Brick.
like Brick, but he was in everybody's goggles. He was under the fucking microscope because now even not just people that love cinema or casual moviegoers, everybody knew his name because you fucked up Star Wars and you don't fuck up Star Wars. There was a lot of pressure on him to deliver an absolute, debatably best fucking movie of the year at that time. Not saying that's how I feel about it or that's how any of us feel about it, but if you ask the collective audience, everybody was nuts over this fucking movie. So it was a huge step for him to turn around and deliver after what people thought was a bomb with Last Jedi.
A lot of it has to do with how Ryan Johnson can do the transitioning in scenes to where you're completely involved in a scene and then he'll completely switch up the scene, but in a way that doesn't affect the viewing of the actual the movie. It doesn't take you out of the movie at all.
Yeah, he's
And then
definitely
you
got a
realize
gift with that.
You're in a whole nother area of the house or a whole nother
Yeah.
talking to a completely different person.
Yeah, wouldn't that
But-
edit even happen?
Daniel Craig,
amazing.
come on, dude.
That's big for him too,
That's
man.
unbelievable. I had no idea he had this in him.
No,
this kind
He
of
makes
lot
it
of-
believable.
Yeah.
100%.
A lot of people act like Craig's just a face that was just in Bond. This movie, dude. I mean, not that he doesn't have some good moments, but there's a lot of people that were saying that too before this movie. And this, I think, won a lot of people for the overall scope of his acting skills, what he can deliver, different things he can bring to the table. He's not just a fucking face and a body.
Speaking of cast, this is probably the fifth time I've watched it, and there was one person I was like, I know he's in something else, but I could never pinpoint it. And I figured it out this
Michael
last
Shannon?
watch.
That's what I was thinking.
8
The
Mile?
detective? No,
No.
the black detective.
Oh, Lakeith Stanfield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't
Get Out.
connect that he was in Get Out.
Get Out and that that really good with
Judas and
Daniel
the
Kaluuya.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Which
great
he
fucking movie.
murdered it.
No.
Yeah, he's the...
He plays in something else
very
too. That's just the first two that popped in my head. But yeah, he's a fucking murderer, dude.
Yes.
Y'all know
He's such
Joseph
a good
Gordon-Levitt
actor.
is in this movie?
His voice is.
He's voice acts one of the
shit.
people on the TV in one of the scenes in the beginning.
Well, they
That
have
probably
to
took
be
you right out of it, huh?
Joseph
Well, I
Gordon-Levitt
didn't
has to
pick
be in
that
every
up,
movie.
but if I
Ryan
would've-
Johnson.
I
Full
looked
point
it up
gone.
on there and I was like, where was Joseph Gordon-Levitt at?
Yeah, I was
And
like,
remember
he's in
seeing
this?
him, and I read about it, and
His
he's
voice is.
plays a character on the TV for a second.
It's always cool when you do shit like that in movies. Because you might see it on IMDb. Say if you looked at that before you saw the movie and you're like, oh, I can't wait to see what Joseph Gordon-Levitt's done. And then you see the movie, you're like, he wasn't even in the movie. It's always weird when somebody's got that type of like star power as like a director or somebody that can swindle you in. It's like, you want to come down and just do a voice on a TV set and that's it? And it's like, yeah, why the fuck not, Ryan Johnson? I wasn't Brick, by the way, so.
Yeah.
Continuing with the cast, who's the
I
guy
wish
that
he had a
plays
role.
Harlan?
Who?
Oh, the old
guy.
man.
Yeah, because I think he
can't remember
fucking
his
killed
name.
it. I loved his character.
Fuck.
Alan.
Yeah. No, he.
What's his actual actor's name?
Oh, I was looking at Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It does say he acted in this movie.
Harlan
Christopher
was my
Plummer.
favorite.
Harlan.
Yes.
Christopher
What
Plummer.
else did he play in?
Rest in peace, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Wait, did he commit suicide?
No.
No, dude,
is
did
that
you
not
see
a
the
cool joke?
movie?
He's in a lot of stuff I haven't.
No,
really
he's
heard
one of my favorite characters in this movie, though.
Oh, there's no way around.
Harlan.
So-
Sound of Music.
So one of my
Ooh.
favorite scenes is when
He's played so much shit.
he thinks he's about to die, but like he completely keeps his composure.
So
he's
cool,
cool
calm
as a
and collected.
cucumber. He's like, I'm getting you
As
out
a
of
pickle,
this.
dude.
I'm done. I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna save you. And like goes through the whole scenario about how she's gonna get out of it, and the way that it was directed about him talking it, and then you with the flashback of seeing how she actually went through everything. Fucking love that.
Yeah, dude. The way it dials it back and pulls it right back
What's
forward
that?
and doesn't lose any steam at all.
The
It's
whole
just straight
movie does
interest.
that.
Yeah. It's
whole
almost
movie-
like
It's masterfully
Guy
directed.
Ritchie style to it
little
because
bit.
it's so fast paced with the transitions, but it works and it doesn't take. That's what I'm
Because
talking about.
this movie is at the beginning, it's just like a spider web, like it's, everything's every way, and
At
then
once.
as the movie, my favorite movie, like they slowly peel back the layers and you see how it was actually formed, the whole web. I thought
The way it was interwoven.
I will say one of my biggest issue, really my biggest issue of the movie, and it's so minor, the
minor
6 minute
character.
detail where he says, or she tells him that he's got about 6 minutes for the morphine to kick in and then for him to die.
Yeah.
Well, him explaining to her what to do and then her doing all that shit, I'm
Probably
like, dude,
took-
this is like a 30, 45 minute fucking process right now. And you're trying to tell me you're doing it in 6? It doesn't work
don't
that
know.
way. That's the only problem I really
She was
had.
smart too. He gave her like the
Dude.
basics.
And she murdered it.
She said, dude, Anna de Armas, yes.
Did any of y'all go into this movie just with like a flat out like I'm gonna fucking figure this out type
Oh,
of
yeah.
mindset? I mean, you
Always.
have to for sure,
Always.
but like everybody, but it was even more amped up because everybody's like, you will not be able to fucking figure this out at all. And I thought
I did.
I thought I was so onto it for like the first hour and like 10 or some shit. Like, at what point did y'all realize y'all fucked up? Because I can tell you the
When
exact
they told
point.
me, they're like it was this guy. I was like,
Well,
rats.
it's weird. This movie was weird for me because by the trailer, I called it. I called who the killer was.
the right one.
No.
I called it. But then the movie, and going into the movie, I was like the exact opposite. I was like, dude, I'm not going to know because it's Ryan Johnson. And if you've seen Brick, then, you know, even a movie as simple as Brick, he
We need to do
makes so
break here
deep-
soon.
Oh, let's see the
We
swishes.
should.
You know, it's just the way he handled it. And then throughout the movie, I'm like, oh, so maybe this person didn't do it because it's way too obvious that this person did it. And he
I think
fuck-
we can talk like there's spoilers. In
Yeah,
this,
you
right?
can
It's like, so yeah, the fact that Chris
3
Evans,
years.
dude.
He
like-
did it. No.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, I love his character
Brick.
though, and I love how he's. Dude, yeah, you all need to watch Brick.
I don't know if y'all haven't seen that movie. I don't know if you'll like it as much.
Is it top 50 best of all time?
Stay tuned. For me, dude, I thought it was Anna de Armas, like, immediately. I was like, she's trying to cash in on a will and save her family. She might even feel bad about it. And it even got to the point where they all stopped and, like, they were like, wait a minute, who's this money going to? And I was like, it's all coming together, baby. I got this one. And then the second half of the movie got flipped on its fucking
I didn't
head.
think it was her at all. Like right from the beginning when she switches the thing, her acting. Why would she act right there? You know.
That just to
But
throw
her
off the
acting of
viewer.
like, oh, I fucked up.
I was like, from
yeah, I
the
doubt-
moment go, dude, I was like, it's gonna be a thing. She's a nice, sweet, innocent
think it was
character, and then
I
she's gonna
remember-
find a way to talk herself into the will, and then it's gonna flip on a fucking dime, and then she's gonna be unhinged, and you're gonna be like, holy shit, I never would have expected this from her. And that's what they kind of were pointing to, like an hour and maybe 10 when they all have that meeting, and it's like, I knew it. Her fucking name's on the wheel. It's all coming together. And then the last hour, I'm like, no, this movie's got so many more twists.
So I was trying to remember what I originally thought when I watched it, and it just hit me. I thought that Harlan never killed himself, faked his death to see how everything played out, to write a book about it. I thought he was going to write a book about his family.
Yeah, fuck
because that's
mine.
what he
I'm
did.
Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
what he did, was like write murder
yeah.
mysteries, and I thought that's where
That's funny.
it was.
I never even thought that.
Is there? Do
I'm
you
trying
have
to-
a
I'm
theory?
trying to picture
I was
it now.
curious.
Do
But-
I have a
Yeah,
theory?
that's what it's always interesting to me. I like to see where everybody's mind. That's why I brought it up.
I don't know, man. Freaking Jamie Lee Curtis and Toni Collette. For some reason, I always think it's the women
Yeah, me too.
when it
but-
comes to the money.
Oh,
thing.
Well, Toni Collette's character was pretty sketchy through this movie.
Yeah, she fell
was
off.
who?
That's the girl from
They're all-
Hereditary.
they're all like,
Yeah.
you know,
Dude,
Her
they-
husband died and was.
she's not
in the
even
family.
really in the family yet.
Okay.
Yeah, like she's
But,
got everybody. Could
I
have
mean,
had motive.
the dad and what's it?
That's why I went to
the
the most
dude with,
least
like, the
expected
cane
one.
or whatever. Yeah, I mean,
He's so
all of them
fucking
at different
awesome.
points in the movie are like, okay, that's a good
can see
reason
it
to
too.
steal the money, steal all the money.
See, I don't know. When I was watching it the first time, I want to say I didn't think it was Michael Shannon because of the cane. Like I knew it
The
wasn't
cocaine
gonna be.
addiction was
Yeah,
rough.
it was awful.
There's no way he could have formulated
But-
all that being that high.
Harlan's throat was slit, so it's not gonna be a dude with a cane. Like I figured it was gonna be Chris Evans.
People with canes can't use knives.
Yeah, but not. I don't know. I just didn't feel the vibe of him at all.
Yeah.
Like being the killer. But I was in between like Chris Evans and Toni Collette's character.
I feel like
Joni.
it couldn't be Chris Evans. It felt so obvious, but it
That's
talked.
where I got
but,
halfway through the movie.
But
I
it,
was like, no, it's
but
not.
it talked me out of it and made me think there's no way and brought it back
Yeah.
around. So that's why it worked.
And in such a good way too, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way it
On the
came
way
full
over here, I was
circle.
thinking about this movie. I was like, there's not a scene out of place. Everything
really
just
not.
flows smoothly.
And that's what's crazy is because this movie
is
and
out of place.
I generally don't like when movies jump forward and backwards continuously.
Yeah.
But this movie does it
It
beautifully,
calls for
and
it,
it
yeah.
makes sense.
It's like a
done
double
fucking,
negative,
like,
dude.
Perfectly.
The movie is out of place the entire time, but yet it's so
And it
in
fucking
place.
works.
I liked how it
So
took
well.
place outside of just the house too.
They're gonna say I like how it took
Like, it
place
took-
out of place. I was like, yeah,
That sounds
that's
like
kind of like
something I
what we
would
just
say.
said. But he's like, thanks for having that sledgehammer on it to really nail the point home. No, I got you though. That's funny, just to think about.
Yeah, I'm glad it took some of the scenes took place outside of just the home. Which the story got way bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be like,
the last
okay,
like
who?
30 minutes.
Oh, it unraveled.
It
Yeah.
keeps going and keeps going.
I was like, that happened. They did
It
that.
adds so
Someone
many
did that?
layers in like the last 30 minutes.
Exactly,
With,
layers.
I need to look at something real quick.
with the one girl who had her stash
Mustache.
in like the clock.
yeah.
I don't remember
Oh, the
what
weed
her name
stash.
was.
Yeah, the
And then it starts seeing that she was blackmailing ransom, and then so he gets
The
her. And
grandson.
like the way they just intertwine, fucking
It all
everything, it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it all worked so perfectly. One of my favorite details in this movie, though, or things about it that really got focused on, was the getting sick for lying.
dude. I was about to bring that up.
Dude, that is
Colin
like one of the
Johnson.
greatest little like MacGuffins ever in a movie.
Yeah.
Is the fact that she gets physically ill if she lies. Like the thought of lying makes her sick.
See, I thought that was gonna be like a comeback. Like maybe they look in the pot or something stupid. And there's no puke in there, and that was just like a plant to make them think that she can't lie, but she really can lie.
That
These
would
are all-
be good.
That's
These
what
are
I'm
these
gonna
are
start
all
telling
the
the
things I
cops.
was thinking of when I was like, she's manipulating. It's gonna do the full turnaround. It's like she never even threw up. She was just planning something to make them think, well, she'd puke. I thought she was playing everybody the whole time, and then boom.
I
That's
was
the
like,
great.
I was like, how convenient.
What,
Like
her
I'm
puking?
yeah, but that's just. I'm just gonna start telling people.
It was
whenever
probably just
I
for
lie, I
people like
puke,
me.
So I just lie to everybody.
It's probably just people like me that he was trying to throw off the path. Like,
But-
yeah, go with this.
But then at the end, that whole lying and puking thing comes around where she lies and holds it in, and then ends up once Ransom essentially admits to
Yeah,
murdering,
yeah,
then
yeah.
she pukes all over his
Yeah.
face. Which, pause. If someone pukes on my face, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is wipe the puke off of my face.
What's he do?
He
Dramatic.
just stood
effect.
there and like talked to her with puke.
Yeah, dude. That's,
I'm
oh, maybe he
think I'm
just
gonna,
felt
like-
so defeated. He was just
Speaking
like
of good
accepted
twist.
everything.
I gotta give a shout out to Edie Patterson from Righteous Gemstone. She played the Fran character.
Yes, that was her name.
Yeah, dude, she is fucking awesome. She's fucking amazing in Vice Principals and Righteous Gemstones. And it's really cool to see her in this. But like her whole twist, where like she went to like that like almost like abandoned place or whatever, and she was just laying there, and fucking Ransom fucking comes in. That's when you first kind of really are like, holy shit, it's actually this. That whole, I'm gonna be real with y'all, it's been 8 months. I don't remember exactly what that twist was, but I remember in that moment, I remember having my world flipped upside down again.
So when Marta finds Fran, she says, "You did this," but
Yeah.
it turns out she was saying Hugh did this because that was
Hugh
Ransom's
Ransom.
name. I remember
Yeah.
that little twist.
That's what I was
There were
getting
so
at.
many little twists, like in the last 30 minutes.
It was
of this
epic.
movie.
It was crazy.
That even had me. I'm like, she did it, and she don't. Maybe she's schizophrenic. I'm back on the Out of the Arms train. She did it.
Did any of y'all ever at a point think that what's his name, the husband?
The one that was cheating?
Yes. Did y'all ever think at one point he was
Strongly.
Who was the husband?
Yeah.
the one who was cheating?
Don
on
Johnson.
Jamie Lee Curtis's-
Don Johnson.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. We're talking about Don Johnson,
Don
aren't
Johnson.
we? Don Johnson's fucking amazing.
Oh, he's
and
incredible.
he's so good in this.
I thought it
movie.
was him. I thought it was everybody the whole movie.
Dude,
So this movie's so crazy. It's
Ron Johnson has set a high bar for mystery, like killer movie. And now we got the new one coming out. I think the end of this year.
I'm looking it up.
But yeah, there's so many small details in this movie. Like one I picked up this time that I didn't the last couple times. Jamie Lee Curtis is like reading through her letters from her dad, and if you look at them, they all have like burn spots on them. So whenever, and she says you have to find your game with him. Her game with him was they wrote letters, and you have to hold the lighter to like get the message, which is how he sends her the note at the end. Because when her husband opens it, it's just a blank piece of paper, but she holds the lighter to it, and the message comes through. At the beginning of the movie, she's going through all the letters with him, and they have like little burn spots on them where you can tell she's done that for
I didn't even
multiple
put that
letters.
together.
Yeah, there's so many small details like that.
the fucking grandma or whatever seeing the person that
love
climbed down. That shit was fucking.
And she said,
Ransom.
"You're back already." Which does she not sound like the lady from Monsters Inc? Mike Wazowski.
Yeah.
Mike Wazowski.
Been a while, dude. I've probably seen Monsters Inc. all of 352 times, but
That's
I haven't seen it in like 15 years.
It's so good.
It used to be on
Yeah,
repeat.
And then the big picture of what's the old man's name? Harlan.
Yeah.
He's holding the knife in that picture that he ends up killing himself with. That's over the fireplace. I thought that
Callback.
was
It's meant to fucking be.
What are you looking up?
It's
Porn.
called Glass Onion: A Knives Out Mystery.
Oh, I was like, he's looking
What
up
is
Glass Onion.
That's Plot Unknown
It's a
sequel
sequel.
to the 2019
Glass
film.
Onion?
It's called Glass Onion: A Knives Out like story.
Is this going to be a direct sequel, or is he going to
Well,
a different family?
It says it's sequel, and
It's
it's a
just-
different. Daniel Craig's in it. It's
Well, I
Ethan
figured
Hawke's
that.
in
Yeah,
it.
but he's like the
But is
fucking
he-
guy
Ed
that's
Norton, Dave
unraveling the
Bautista?
mystery.
Dude, it's a
Jesus.
stacked
Jesus,
cast.
dude.
So I'm guessing he's going to a different
Jesus is
family.
in this?
Okay.
Jesus. Yeah.
Proof that he was
Ed Norton,
But also-
Batista, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean,
So-
literally everybody.
He is writing the second one, and there's
Who,
even
Johnson
a third
or
one.
Daniel
Yeah,
Craig?
Netflix bought the
Two-
Knives Out 2 and 3 for like $465 million.
Yeah. Did you say
2014.
Daniel Craig's writing it?
No.
No.
Or
Ryan
Ryan
Johnson.
Johnson? That's what I
I
was
don't
kind
know.
of. I was like, I could see Daniel Craig doing some shit like
He's
that.
got a high
though.
bar set with this movie.
I don't think it's gonna fail. I don't know if it'll be as good, but I have little doubt that it'll
better
still
go to
be
theaters.
solid. Dude, it has to, but in today's day and age, I
Prey
don't know,
didn't.
dude.
Prey is a Predator movie. That movie should go to theaters.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Texas
Whether-
Chainsaw
It's
Massacre.
going to go
dude.
straight to Netflix.
Yeah, that
But-
should have gone to theaters.
Yeah, both, but also at the same time, whereas I love those kind of movies more. Like this
A
is
lot
like
of people don't go to them.
this is like I mean people do, but this is like a critical darling.
Got
Everybody
any more to
loved
say
it type
about
of
Knives
shit.
Out?
Not really. We pretty much killed it out.
Anything
You
else, Tyler?
wouldn't.
We ready to give scores?
Tyler, you go first.
Ooh, I don't remember where it was on my top 50, but this was in my top 50.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna give it a 9.2.
Damn. Josh about to hit it with that 9.3. Rodney about to hit it with that 9.1.
You want up, Rodney, or you want me to go?
You go first.
Okay. When this movie first came out, like I went into it with very little expectations,
Same.
and it
Those are your best movies, dude.
blew me the fuck.
All these
away.
movies you're like, I'm skipping. You need to just go.
It's not that I was
That's what it
wanted to
sounds
ever
like.
skip it. I just I was interested in
know,
it.
but-
I just wasn't expecting it to be in my top 50, which it was. If you've watched my top 50, this is one of those movies that I wish I could experience for the first time again.
Yes.
Because going into it, you know who did it, you know everything. But even with that, it doesn't. The movie's not worse because you know
going
everything.
into it again.
Like yeah,
I was
like,
confused by your statement. Going into it, you know who did it.
Yeah,
I know what
on the
you mean now.
rewatch,
I know what you
because I want to watch this again for the first time and have that experience. But even still, this movie's fucking amazing. The way they lay everything out and jump back and forth, but it all makes sense and it's perfectly directed. I'm giving this a 9.6. Fucking love this
You
movie.
bastard.
God damn. He one-upped you.
I don't think your top 50's posted yet.
I'm nowhere near that.
Because I'm at a fucking 10.
You don't.
And that's a jump. Because 10s are hard.
Knives Out is an incredible movie. Ryan Johnson directing it is an incredible choice. Everything about it is great. This movie is like a 9.4 for me, and that's probably where it'll stay for the rest of my life. This movie doesn't get better or worse. It's literally like
Just still
the
dope.
movie I'm expecting every time, and
Dope
I
every
love
time.
it. Like every time, I'm never disappointed with it.
I'm loving the love for this. Please don't hurt me, Brandon.
Actually, Brandon's like, I'm getting you back, motherfucker.
Where do you think I'm
right
going
to
with
the
this?
ribs.
I think you're at like a mid 8.
No, Brandon's at like
I wish.
a 9.
I hope you're in the 9s.
He's a 9 or higher.
Yeah.
Any guesses?
No, for sure. You're like a 9.4,
All right.
9.5.
So this is a movie that picks me up a lot, but loses me a lot too. Like there's portions of it I really enjoy. It is very fucking solid.
He's lying right now.
And
Don't listen to
I
him.
don't want to fucking do this to you guys. It's like a 6.8 for me. I do
He's
like
fucking-
it. I almost really like it, but last time I watched it, it did dip a little bit once the cat was out of the bag. I just got to be real.
Well, you can't blame the movie.
And by
That's
being
your
real, don't
fault.
write that down, Josh. I'm not at a 9. I'm at an 8.5. I do love this movie. This movie's dope. as fuck.
Called it.
I fucking
Told y'all.
Just like he's going to do with
love
Prey.
the
I bet.
love.
Knives out.
Sorry I had to dip so far, but damn, dude, 8.5 is still a really fucking great
You
score.
stopping that, Rodney?
He's like, all
Just
right,
give him
knives
Walk
out.
all the way around.
See you
wonder-
later.
I wonder what our like